what, how, where, when, and who and why. For example, you can take it as what are all of the roles in the enterprise? What are all the roles of the enterprise and what are all the process in the enterprise? How we are going to do with respect to process and roles comes under who is taking the responsibility. That's why who and how will come into place. Next is composite model, that is crosses between the columns. For example, role X process matrix. If here, see whatever we have seen here, it is not always related to vertical column and horizontal rows. You are not going through any cross verification and cross representations here. That's why not a composite model. That is a primitive model. How do architecture frameworks help us with the cyber security? That is NIST special publication 800 to 839 defines that the role of executive risk executive is in charge of business continuity and disaster recovery among other risks. With respect to risk executives, is in charge of the business continuity and disaster recovery among other risks. And to do continuity and DR, the exhaustive list of the enterprise process is required for it. That is what we populate a segment from a column to with how. See, if we are going with respect to risk executives in segment framework, you can see related to how the responsibility identification, how we are going to identify the problems, how we are going to overcome from those things that will come under how. Okay, in second part, that is how. Yeah, in that representation, you are going to find out second column. In second column, the segment framework, how we are going to find out a exhaustive list of enterprise processes, what all the exhaustive lists are there that we are going to identify in this how column. Risk exhaustive needs a blueprint of the organization, that is enterprise architecture, to know whether or not to approve the changes. If any changes are needed, first we'll find out the blueprint and it will check for the risk executive needs, means if there is there any risks are there, if it is not there, then no need to change. If any risks are observed or if any problems are observed with respect to blueprint or your architecture, enterprise architecture, then the changes has to be done, but it should get the approval from the higher authorities. If you conduct changes without a blueprint and catastrophe is likely, example building collapses, like problem will occur if you don't have the proper enterprise architecture, then what all changes you have to do that you won't get to know. That's why we are not going to change anything with respect to the if any security related issues occurs, if any problem occurs, we are not going to change any of the connections or any of the implementation or any of the roles, process or implementation related work without the blueprint. Everyone has their own specifications. That is, Zuckman rows represent the full range of specification perspective. Uh, Executive, that is, with respect to specifications, executive, business management, architect, engineer, technician, and the enterprise. You can see all these rows, respective rows here. That is, executive perspective, business management, architect perspective, engineer, technician, and enterprise perspective. These are the 6 rows which we can identify with respect to Zuckman framework. I think this is visible. This rows represent the full range of specification perspectives, that is executive, business, architect, engineer, technician, and enterprise. For examples of common cybersecurity specifications are system security plan, plan of actions and milestones, and accreditation letter. These all things come under cybersecurity specification. That is, first is system security plan, plan of actions and milestones, and accreditation letter are the main examples of common cybersecurity specifications. And the gold mine in the row 2. If I am checking with respect to the rows, first row 2 is the business management perspective. If see in row 2 you can see business management perspective. Which will be related to if that proper row is perfectly maintained or perfectly implemented or perfectly architectured, then it will be giving the high level of results with respect to the company architecture or with respect to security. The gold mine in row 2. Row 2 is the business management perspective. Business managers control investment decisions for the enterprise, that is the money. With respect to business managers, it will control the investment decisions of the overall enterprise. For that reason, you can consider it as a gold mine of the Zuckman framework. In row 2 models are hierarchies, and all the primitives are categorized in the hierarchy, and closeness in the hierarchy implies similarity. A deep hierarchy represents a detailed understanding of each set of primitives. Whenever we are going with respect to row 2, all of the primitives are categorized in the hierarchy. What are the primitives we are checking related to the row 2? All the levels are maintained with respect to hierarchy. That is, first level, higher order level will be in the top level, and with respect to the lower levels, it will be maintained in the proper hierarchy. And closeness in the hierarchy implies the similarity. If any closeness with respect to the same columns or same rows it is representing, it implies the similarities. A deep hierarchy representation represents the detailed understanding of each set of primitives. The deep hierarchy represents the detailed understanding of each set of primitives. As we have discussed in the primitives, see, each and every levels of primitives are there. The levels with respect to your row 2 also, each set will be showing the show the set of primitives. Framework for row 3, that is row 3 contains the models for the architects representative. Row 3 is related to frameworks. Contains the models for the architect's perspective, always related to architect perspective we are going to see in the row 3. Architects do not specify every detail. That's what engineers do in the row 4. In row 4, you are not going to see what engineers will be doing with respect to the architecture part. In this, only designing part and rotation part with respect to the levels you are going to see in the architecture part. Architecturally significant constraints, that is critical success factors, will come under architecture level. For example, row 3 frameworks for defense industry, DODAF and MODAF. With respect to defense industry and all, the framework is the main role it will play related to defense industry. Solution architecture, TOGAF, IEEE 1471 and IOS IEC 42010 will represent related to frameworks. And telecommunication and finance, RMODP will come under with respect to telecommunication and frame finance. Always these type of architectures are, sorry, these type of industries or these type of implementations we are going to do, or we are going to concentrate mainly on the frameworks. Okay, means if the architecture is proper, interconnection between one level to the another level is proper, then automatically overall industry or overall architecture will be good, or overall architecture will be maintained securely and communication will be done properly. For that reason, the third row works with respect to framework. Architectural problem solving patterns are business question analysis, document mining, hierarchy formation, and enterprise workshop, and nominal group technique, and many patterns for problem solving meetings. These are the main architectural problem solving patterns. Will be, see, if any problem occurs with respect to any of the architectural problems occurs, then how to solve this. First, we are going to do business question analysis, means where the problem has occurred. With respect to that, what all the problem has implemented or consequences faced by the business. With respect to this, question analysis will be there. Where it has happened, when it has happened, what is the cause for that, what is the root cause for that. That question and answer analysis we are doing. With respect to that, you will get to know in which part of the architecture you got a problem. Okay, document mining, for each and every levels of implementation you will be maintaining the documents. With respect to that, you will be identifying the methods or implementation parts and where the problem has been occurred by checking the documentation. Hierarchy formation, levels of representation, top level to the lower level. After hierarchy formation, you will be, you easily you can find out in which level you have got the problem by seeing the hierarchy architecture. Enterprise workshop, with respect to working level, in the enterprise workshop, you can find out the problems in by seeing the architecture. And nominal group technique, with rest by using the groups you can find out, by verifying the techniques or verification techniques you can find out the architectural problem. You can nominate one group or you can create one committee to find out these architectural problems. And mini patterns for problem solving meetings, you can find, you can weekly or monthly meetings can be organized to find out the architectural problems or architectural problem solving patterns with respect to your architecture or industry or business. Next is one by one you can see, that is business question analysis, that is determines the appropriate meta model for an enterprise architecture. Meta model means that what meta model for an enterprise architecture. Meta model means that what kind of entities and relationship we have with the model, that is related to meta model. Entities means what all the input part, what is the output part, and what is the interconnection between one to another one, which will give the relationship model with respect to the enterprise architecture. Starts with the questions from business owners, that is proceed with the selection of primitives, that is columns from the segment framework. You will be finding out the questions with respect to business owners. What all the columns we have, that is what, how, when, where, and uh, who. All these things, these questions has to be will be asked by the business owners to find out and create the segment framework with respect to business question analysis. The business questions drive the relationship that will be modeled, that is using matrices across the columns. that is related to business question analysis.